Same-sex marriages. Well, they've been in the news in a variety of ways. Big question is, what state's going to recognize them and what state isn't going to recognize them? But that's only half the issue. Because marriage is about more than romance. We generally don't like to think about it, but marriage is really about property and children. So what happens? What happens when a same-sex couple moves to a state that doesn't recognize same-sex marriage and they have issues with regard to inheritance, with regard to division of property in the event of a divorce, with regard to child custody? That's what today's case deals with. It's a case that arose in Illinois. Illinois allows same-sex couples to adopt children. They don't recognize currently same-sex unions, but they recognize the fact that a same-sex couple can adopt a child. This couple adopted a child in Illinois, then moved to Michigan. Then they broke up. Each said, I want custody of the child. At least I want certain visitation rights. They got into a big hassle. Went to court, and in Michigan, the court said, hey, not going to deal with this, not going to deal with this, because here in Michigan, we do not recognize same-sex marriages. Therefore, we don't recognize same-sex marriage adoption of children, and you guys, there's nothing we can do for you. Well, they appealed it. And when they appealed it, the appellate court looked at it and said, no, you're going to have to recognize this. You're going to have to recognize this under what's referred to as the full faith and credit clause of the Constitution, which recognizes that each state in the Union must give full faith and credit to the activities of another state. And that is creating major problems today for same-sex couples who marry in one state where it is recognized, move to another state, and then become involved in issues such as child custody, such as inheritance in the event of the death of one of them. And all states are not dealing with this in the same way. So the point of this being, we've got a whole big set of issues that have got to be resolved, and they're going to be resolved on a state-by-state, case-by-case basis. Generally, many people feel that eventually the majority of states will adopt same-sex unions. Will that happen? We don't know, but that's the prediction by many people. But in the interim, there are going to be lots of issues dealing with child custody, dealing with inheritance, dealing with division of property in the event of a divorce. It's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be pretty. And parties who marry in one state and move to another need to brace themselves for those kind of issues that will arise and need to take steps that will ensure that their interests are going to be protected. Hey, we bring you real cases, dealing with real people, dealing with the real law, so you understand how the law really works. I'm David Allen.